I got nightmares in my head, I fear that the thoughts build up.
You were woken up by the sound of your cell phone ringing. Rolling over your back, you look at the time before answering it. It was 10 o'clock in the morning. Be downstairs and have your breakfast. Your mom's voice, which was more like shouting, hit your earlobe. Oof, Mom, I have told you thousands of times that you don't need to call me for breakfast, you said while groaning. Dear, breakfast is just the context. I want you to wake up, she said with a smile and then cut the call. You groaned, throwing the mobile on side table, slipping out of your bed. You went to the bathroom for taking a warm bath and then you came out to search for outfit of the day. You grabbed your black crop top which showed a lot of your, but this is how you normally dress up. Pairing it up with a black tight chain, you slipped into it. After that you did your normal makeup, which was some blush on and glossy skin, and then putting on some color bands in your hands, you grabbed your phone and headed downstairs. There you saw your parents in dining table having breakfast. It was surely their favorite sport because usually they sat and talked a lot here. Like your mother asked him what to make today, would he come home early or late, did he have his medicines and stuff like that. Good morning, Mom and Dad, you said and grabbed your bike key from the kitchen counter. Stop there and put the key back on the counter, your mom said in her cold tone while chewing the steak. But Mom, my friend is waiting for me. I'll have the breakfast outside. You said, taking a few steps forward. I said you to stand there like a statue. Yin's Dad. Why you are so quiet? She shouldn't ride a bike as she has grown up. We have our own car, dear. If you wanna go out, then you will have to sacrifice your bike. She said and glared at you. Would you mind looking at her and then glanced at your dad, who looked around as he didn't want to ruin his day by quarreling with your mom. Mom, please, I don't wanna go on that second-hand Audi. My bike is way better than that frog car, you said, making pout. I think Wayne is in mood to mess up with this iron lady, he muttered to himself while glancing at your mom, whose nails were flaring like a red chili. Dear Wayne, have some breakfast and then you can go, he said, gesturing you to stay quiet and join them on breakfast. Your mom scoffed and then picking up a bowl which she threw at your dad's direction. Instead of making this brat understand you are favoring her. She's not a kid anymore, she said while giving your poor father that stare. Your dad nodded innocently with head shakings as he was whined looking at you. Seeing your mom stare, you scratched your hair and then sat on the chair like a good girl, which surely you were not. Your mom put some boiled vegetables with broccoli in your plate as she said that eating vegetables makes you feel active all day long, but sadly you never felt that. You groaned looking at your plate full of greenish and then your eyes fell on your mom who was glaring at you. You gave her a cheeky smile before picking up the fork from the table. It looks yummy, Mom, you said, forcing a smile. Enjoy it, my baby, have more, she said with a smile and added more vegetables in your plate. No, Mom, it's fine, you said, gulping down as she overloaded your plate. You took a first bite, making a frustrating face. It's not an audible even, you said and looked at your mom. Your dad held his fist to his mouth, trying hard not to laugh, but he failed miserably. Your mom hit your dad and told him to shut up. She then turned back to you and let out a chuckle. Look who is speaking, she said coldly. Oh, Ryan dear, you know my friend Jungkook is having his success party, so we will have to go there, okay? He said softly. No, Dad, I won't. I have not enough time to attend his party, so you and Mom can go, you said, taking a deep sigh. Why, who? Do you have some other plans with your idiot friends? She narrowed her eyes looking at you. No, Mom, I just don't wanna go, you said, sipping banana milk. But Ryan especially invited you. If you won't go, he will get sad, he said. But Dad, you were cut off by your mom. No excuse, dear, you are going at that final, your mom said, giving you stern expression. You shut your eyes and then nodding in yes, you left for your bedroom. After reaching the room, you glanced at the bouquets and chocolates which Jungkook has been sending you Since last 1 week, as you are not replying to his calls. Jeon Jungkook is your dad's best friend in life. They share a strong bond. As your dad's best friend, he often comes to your house. Even he has stayed here for 2 times. Well, you were really impressed by his personality. When you first saw him, you clearly remembered that the shirt and pant he was wearing was hugging his muscles. He had tattoos on his hand, his lip piercing, his huge muscles, broad shoulders, and his doe eyes hid some secrets. His eyes were full of amusement. At first sight, you didn't even believe that he was your dad's best friend. He surely had managed himself in a nice way. Whenever he would see you, he gave you dark stares. Your heart always boomed around him. He was surely man of your dream. But you hesitated to open up to him. But your hesitation gone when you put your lips on his and turned. You didn't even realize when you fell for him. But now it's been a week that Jungkook is busy in his work and doesn't talk to you more often. But still he sends you bouquets and chocolates. But you just want his precious time, not all this. You want him to call you and then talk to you until it gets morning, as he used to earlier, but he has a lot of workload on his shoulders, that's why he couldn't call you. Sometimes you get scared thinking that what if he is like a ghost who will suddenly come and will disappear at any time, leaving back never forgettable memories. He doesn't get out of your mind when you miss him a lot. Jungkook tried to contact you several times, but every time you cut his call because you want him to make you convinced like other girlfriends and boyfriends do. But Jungkook is little afraid, as he thinks that his confessing will make you uncomfortable. It was around 7 o'clock when your mom shouted from base of the stairs, "Why, hurry up, we are getting late," she said coldly. You yelled back, saying coming while wearing short tight-fitted dress which hung your curves nicely. Wearing a dress, you paired it up with the shimmery high heels and ran to the dressing table for applying makeup. After doing your makeup, you grabbed your bag from the wardrobe and headed down to your parents'. Your parents entered the party, but you were in a parking lot to park your car. As soon as Jungkook's eye fell on your parents, he rushed to them and after greeting them, your dad said something to him, but his eyes were finding you, so he was not paying attention to what he was saying. "Hey Jungkook, what are you searching for?" He waved his hand before him with a smile. "Oh, nothing. Why didn't you bring your daughter with you?" he said, looking around with the hope that soon you will come from anywhere. "Oh, Ryan, she's in a parking lot. Here she came," he said as he saw you coming to them. Jungkook's heartbeat raced while his eyes twinkled as he saw you there looking so beautiful and ravishing. Jungkook's eyes fixed on you as he got lost into your beauty. Till now you were the only girl who was able to have place in his heart. He behaves like a baby in front of you, so calm and innocent. His eyes were filled with little water as he saw you after 1 whole week. Surely he missed you a lot. You looked at him and urged to talk to him, but you resisted yourself as you wanted to maintain cold composure in front of him. "Hey, how are you, Ryan?" he asked in his husky voice. You gave him a cold stare. You wanted to fight with him, but instead you replied in fine and looked at your parents. "I am feeling bored here. I'll go and have drink to freshen up my mind," you said, pointing at the bar counter. Your dad nodded and you walked to the bar with foot stomp. You dragged a bar chair and adjusted yourself on it. You asked for a drink which was served to you in no time. You were having drink while making disgusting face as there was a man standing in front of you who was giving you weird stares. He gave you a devilish smile before coming towards you and then took a place near you. Seeing him, you immediately scoot another side while rolling your eyes. "Hey, don't worry, I won't do anything to you, dear. I just came to tell you that you are beautiful. Well, are you married?" "You look single. I must say your future husband will be really lucky," he said, boldly staring at you. You gave him an awkward look and then turned your face away. "Well, I was thinking if we would," he raised his hand to touch, but suddenly Jungkook appeared there and held his palm tightly in his fist, making him cry in pain. You looked at Jungkook shockingly. Don't dare to touch her. I know what you are trying to do and what intentions you have. It's better for you to get the hell out of here as soon as possible, he said, jerking his hand with full force. Hearing him, the mon got scared and ran away from there. Jungkook stared at you for a while and then sat beside you. Are you okay? He said, looking into your eyes with concern. You don't need to worry, Mr. Jeon Jungkook, you said coldly while crossing your arms over your chest. Jungkook couldn't help but smile as he found it so cute. Are you having fun? He said, leaning closer to you. Do I look like I am having fun to you? You said, seriously looking at him. I'm sorry, girl, but please don't ignore me like this. I'm feeling so bad. He said, looking at you with teary eyes. You could feel sadness in his eyes as you looked at him. It's so boring here. I wanna go back home, you said, giving him a stare. No, don't go like this, please. Listen to me, Vayani, he said, holding your hand. You looked at him with a blushing face which made Jungkook smile. I knew my little kitten can't get angry with me for a long time, he said, pulling you closer. But Cookie, you will have to promise me that you will not ignore me. You will have to call me every night and talk to me until I sleep, you said, playing with a strand of your hair while giggling. He let out a small chuckle and then nodded his head like a good boy. I promise, princess, I will never let you go away from me, he said. You blushed heavily and jerked away his hand. I'm going to mom and dad before they caught me with you, you said, getting up from the chair and ran to your parents who were sitting on the table enjoying the soft music while eating delicious food. You reached them and sat on the chair beside your dad. Where were you? She asked, eating the bacon. Nowhere, I was sitting there and having drink, you said with a cheeky smile while looking around to hide your heated face. Your mom hummed in a response and continued eating. The event ended while your parents were greeting with Jungkook. It was really nice event. We enjoyed it a lot, he said, giving him a long warm. As he hugged your dad, he looked at you and then winked, which made you blush heavily. Well, I can drive you guys home. What you say? He asked, looking at your father. Oh, thanks, but we got our car, he said, patting his shoulder. Jungkook hummed and looked at you, scratching his nose. You reached the house alone as your parents had to leave for your uncle's house urgently because he was admitted to the hospital encountered by a road accident. You threw yourself on a couch and let out a sigh. I don't think so, they will come home before 1 week, you said to yourself with a mischievous smile. As whenever they go to his house, they stay there for more than 1 week, which makes you quite happy. Though your uncle was not that serious, but as soon as your parents heard the news, they left for his house in your dad's second-hand car. It was around 1 o'clock when your stomach started grumbling with hunger. You ran to the kitchen and opened the fridge, but to your disappointment, it had nothing except milk, eggs, some vegetables, and fruits. You were craving for a pasta, so you searched for it anywhere. You carefully examined all the cabinets, but there was no pasta. You grabbed your bike's key from the kitchen and left outside to fetch a pasta from the nearby store, which opens till late night. Well, that nearby store is even half an hour away from your house. You started your bike and drove it to the store. Reaching the store, you bought 2 packets of pasta with cheese and some sauces, and then, paying a bill, you dashed out the shop. Hopping into your bike, you started driving it back to your house, but all of a sudden your bike ran out of petrol and stopped in a dark and damp alley, which made you groan. You slammed your hand on it, looking around. I told mommy to give me few money to refill the petrol in it, you said to yourself, getting off from the bike. The alley was dark and the cold breeze was blowing, which made you shiver. The nearest lamp post was even few meters away. Fetch out your mobile phone from the pocket and your eyes widened, glancing at the time. OMG, it's 1:30 a.m. already. Why there is no taxi on the road? Why didn't I see the time before coming out? You muttered to yourself while kicking the store on the road. What do I do now? You whined, but suddenly you saw a car coming towards your direction. You waved your both hands toward the car while jumping on the road. I won't get taxi at this time. It's better to ask for a lift. You thought while waving to a car. The car stopped in front of you and then your man rolled down the window. Your eyes blinked in shock as it was Jungkook. You here this time? He asked, looking at you so confused. Before you say a word, he gestured you to hop in a car. You nodded shyly and sat in a car. So, Miss Lee Wayan, would you please tell me what you were doing here alone at midnight? He asked, driving the car while staring at you with his intense dark eyes. The possessiveness was lingering in his eyes. I was craving for pasta, so I thought to buy it, but my bike ran out of petrol on halfway. You said, making pout. You know what time it is? Still you came out all alone to buy pasta. You could call me if you needed something. I would have brought it for you, he said in a cold voice while giving you a side eye. Soon the car stopped in front of his big mansion, which made you frown. Jungkook got up from the car and opening your sidecar door, he lifted you up all of a sudden and headed towards the house. He then walked to his bedroom, which was king-size bed. You really need to learn some lesson, he said, rolling up the sleeves of his white t-shirt and walked to you. You startled seeing him like that, but inside numerous butterflies were dancing in your stomach.